for all those skaters out there, you probably have had this happen to you, or if you're new to skateboarding, you're going to have this happen to you. Whether you were trying to do some crazy trick, or whipping it at the wall of anger, or you were just trying to air out, and then it just hits the ground, it's going to eventually happen. So if possible, it is good to keep the pieces so you see it flying away, and you could manage to get it, or your friend sees it, just ask them to pick it up for you, because you could definitely use these for later, just to glue on, which is what we're going to do. But if you do lose them, you can always just use wood filler, but we're not going to show you that today, because you'll have to rip off all the grip tape, maybe on a future board, but today we're just going to keep these pieces and use them up. So what you're going to need for this is some carpenter glue is always good, but if you don't have this, you can always just use hot glue, that works too. You're going to need some clamps, which is obviously to hold it down because you don't want to keep it up. We also got some optional tools, so you may need these two. So this is a plier and a cutter, I guess. So if you want to trim up the edges, hopefully we do not need to use these, but in the case we do, it's always good to have. And then you may need a screwdriver. A flathead is probably better than a Phillip, just to pry it out so you could get the glue really good inside. And then we're going to get some wax paper here so we can keep it from the pliers or the clamps getting glued to our board, because it would not be great just to have your board stuck like this. I would not want to ride that. And then we got some wood just to keep it so the pressure is balanced all along. So let's get started. Oh, you also need a rag to clean up the glue, maybe if it squirts out a bit. So let's get started. By the way, this is my sister's deck. She does not know that I'm fixing it, so hopefully she'll be happy when I do fix it. This is our way of fixing it. This is like a cheap way because we don't really want to throw out this whole deck here. So I'm going to start off by gluing in here because we don't want this to be higher than these pieces later, because it might start ripping from the middle, and that's even harder to fix than when it's from the end. So I'm going to start off by prying this open, then squirt our actually, I don't have that much glue, so I'm gonna have to put it upwards. Okay, so we're just gonna squirt in our glue here. Let's see if we can even get it out. We have some. Okay. So you can see it's squirting out a bit. Oh, it's on my hands. Let's put it down here. Squirting. Okay. Then we'll put in our next piece here. And we'll just actually let's squirt some on the inside. So when you're trying to wipe this off, you don't want to smear it everywhere, because you got to think about it. Grip tape is just a bunch of little holes which you're going to fill with the glue. So you want to try to get the least amount of holes filled up so you could actually use it when you try to kickflip, which I cannot do. Let's wipe, try to get all along this line. It's a little hard, so if you do fill up a couple, it's okay. Like, I'm wedging it out. Push it. Okay. Get two hands in here. Okay, so now we're going to start up on our next piece. Let's just keep that together. Go. Okay. I guess 10-year-old glue doesn't really work that well. Come on. Now we're gonna get some wax paper here. This box is kind of broken, so we're gonna just have to try our best to rip it. Oh, okay, well, that works too. So, we just want enough to cover this side since that's where all the glue is, so it doesn't ooze out. Okay, should be good. So, get our piece of wood to keep the weight spread out evenly. Now our clamp. Put one there. And now we wait for 24 hours, and that should be good. Well, we've waited 24 hours, so I'm gonna try to take this off and see if it works.
Got it?
Oh, we can get closer to this.
Wait.
I'm gonna try peeling this off. Yep, this is stuck for sure.
No. No.
It's okay.
Dang it. Oh, it's fixed.
Kinda. We glued her pieces back, her front ripped off. She's a pro skater, so. Makes sense.
It's okay, it does a little bit.
We might have to sand a little bit, we'll do that.
Can I break this?
Yeah, sure, if you can break it.
Is it fixed?
Yeah, try it.
Okay,
See
wait,
if
I
it
have to go
works.
put on all my stuff. Hold on, we'll be back.
Okay guys, so we just got back from the skate park, and as you saw, the board worked pretty good. Off camera, I did do a little bit of testing and I did some errors out, and it was pretty good. Felt actually almost as new. I'm just not used to her board because it's a little bit smaller than mine, but I thought it was really good other than the little bit of wax paper you saw that gets stuck at the top, but it is the closest we could get to new. And how did you like it, Misu?
I liked it really well. I didn't even notice actually. It just felt like brand new.
Yeah, so it was pretty good. It was quite an adventure fixing it because I've never done something like it before. That was our first fixing ever, and
Thank you
it
very
turned
much for
out
helping me.
really well. So I didn't think there was a need to sand it because the edges were pretty aligned, and I guess if you wanted to, you could pick at that wax paper, but we just left it. We're like, it's all good, and it's a lot better than before because if it was continue riding it before, it probably would have snapped, and that's a waste of a board. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this and could have used this advice or tip. This is our cheap way of fixing it rather than buying a whole new board or taking all the grip tape off and getting some wood filling. So hopefully you did enjoy it. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell button right next to the subscribe button to notify you whenever we have a new video.
Bye.
So we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.